Susie and Jane were twins and living in LA. Susie was very busy with her YouTube channel, where she spoke about different wellness tips and makeup tutorials. Jane was checking through her Instagram while Susie was speaking into the camera, doing a live stream. She said, "Hello guys, welcome to my live stream, and today I'm going to be giving ye great wellness tips on how to relax and get a better night's sleep. And having a great night's sleep not only adds to your physical well-being, but your mental well-being also. And I will also be sharing some delicious vegan recipes with ye that are also gluten-free." The live stream took about an hour, and afterwards Susie checked her emails and answered as many comments as she could. Susie was really looking forward to sign a new endorsement deal which would bring her in millions. She had a secret idea with her and her partners who were teaming with her. Everything was going great until Jane went missing. Susie explained to her partners that she would continue with her Secrets to Success idea in a few weeks, but right now she had to concentrate on getting her sister back. Susie spoke into the camera during a live stream. "Hi everyone, I have some very sad news for you today. My twin sister Jane has gone missing. If anyone knows anything about her whereabouts, please contact me or your local police station." The views were going up and up during the stream, and news of Jane's disappearance spread like wildfire. Soon it was front page news, and on almost every news station. Susie couldn't believe that the team she was partnering with were putting so much pressure on her. When she was all alone in her house, she walked down to her basement and turned the light on. She took the gag off her twin sister and put a gun to her head and said, "Okay, Susie, you either give me that secret idea you have that you got that $1 million deal, or I'm going to shoot you in your head and tell them I have another idea. I am sick and tired of all your stupid videos of you flaunting yourself and acting like you know it all. Now I'm in your place, which proves what I always thought but never told you. I'm just as good as you, and as a matter of fact, I'm much better than you." Suddenly there was a noise at the stairs. Jane turned around. A guy was standing holding a gun and said, "You bitch, I knew you were crazy from your videos, and now look at you, holding your own twin sister at gunpoint." The man, who was a stalker of Susie from months, shot Jane in her head, thinking it was Susie, and untied Susie, thinking it was Jane. Thanks for watching The Assassin Rapper, and if you enjoy the content, then make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of new content. There is a Japanese urban legend called the Cowhead Story. The name might sound kind of strange or even funny, but the urban legend has a very sinister background story. The most sinister thing about the story is that the story is so scary and so haunted that no one can ever tell it without dying. The legend talks about the story, which is basically a group of students, one by one, that notice that their teacher is becoming more and more involved in the story and living it. After a while, the students are screaming for him to stop. The worst thing is, he can't. A while later, police find the bus in a ditch. which is all of the passengers foaming at the mouth, and legend has it they were in some sort of trance. The police shook them awake, and when the police asked them what happened, no one could remember how they ended up there. The cowhead story has no recollection of it. Some theories might pop up every so often, but maybe there are no solid conclusions because of the one thing that might stop people from telling the story, and that is the story is so scary and so haunted that no one can ever tell it without dying. I didn't want to say this, and I'm not using my face just in case I might get haunted by whatever legend it is. But when I first told the story of it, there was some weird kind of old video popped up when I was animating it as if mocking me. It was my voice speaking, saying, "You won't be able to put this on, but I will put it on YouTube for you." I was wondering what it is, and what it was. It kind of creeped me out. It was almost as if it happened because I was telling you the story. I felt like, and I still feel like, even after me deleting it, that I am haunted now. What? Sheriff Dave Watson was tired of the same group of teenagers wreaking havoc on Halloween night. He was proud of keeping the law and order in his town, and he wasn't going to let those pesky kids ruin his good reputation. Last Halloween he moved them on, but they just moved to another place, and he had to move them 3 times before they finally called it a night. And at that it was then about 3 or 4 in the morning. He was parked in a spot just over from the farmhouse where they were having their Halloween party. He had a good vantage point, so he got out of his car and looked through binoculars to see what they were doing. They were drinking and smoking weed, getting high as usual. He had something very special planned for them this Halloween, and that something would knock them out for the whole night, so he could get some peace and quiet for Halloween. He waited until the whole crew were in the farmhouse before he locked the door and pumped the whole house with sleeping gas. He had tried it out on various scumbags around his town, and it worked a charm. About an hour later, he was pumping the house with the gas, and they didn't even notice as the gas was invisible. Within minutes, they went from dancing to falling sound asleep. When the sheriff drove off smiling, the door of the farmhouse opened. Suddenly, a great fog came across the shed and mixed with the gas, carrying it through the town. Within minutes, trick-or-treaters who were enjoying Halloween suddenly started to fall asleep right in the street or footpath. Dave passed one couple who were lying down on the ground, saying to himself they drank too much, not knowing it was the gas being carried by the fog. Suddenly Dave noticed it getting very foggy, so foggy he could barely see. Then suddenly he felt drowsy and fell asleep at the wheel as the police car veered off a cliff, falling hundreds of feet below and blowing up with Dave burning inside. Thanks for watching The Assassin Rapper, and if you enjoy the content, then make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of new content.